Well, I'm on my way to the Animal Surgical Center to return the insulin pen and the needles that I picked up last week for Mozzie to... Oh, I gotta get over here. Hold on, guys. That we tried to see if it'd work better for him. It did not work out. So I'm back to the other insulin. And to be honest with you, it's been working better. I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but I think it's been working better. And you know what? Maybe this is just going to be his normal. So anyway, so I'm returning that. She said she's going to credit me for it, and I don't feel right because I used the product. And I told her she didn't have to credit me for it, but she seems to insist. So I got to drop that off, and then I'm going to go to my daughter's house because my daughter, I think it's been about 3 weeks now. We bought her a kitten as an early birthday gift because, as I told you guys, I believe I told you guys, she moved out and she was really missing the kitties. She's a kitty person. So she was really missing Merlin and Kitten, and so we decided to get her a kitten for her birthday, for an early gift. Her birthday's in August, so I've been going over there in the middle of the day, checking on him. He's 4 months old, so he's a little guy, so I thought I'd take you guys with me when I go there so I can introduce you to him. His name is Lincoln. He's a boy, and he's a black kitty, and he reminds me so much of Merlin. His eye color is different than Merlin, but his characteristics are like spot on with Merlin. So, all right, let me go in here and get this returned, and then I'll see you guys again when we're at my daughter's house. Okay, we're here at my daughter's house. This is Lincoln. When I said we bought her a kitty, we adopted him from the Humane Society. Yeah. And he likes to bite and lick just like Merlin. Yes, he does. See, his eyes are, I don't know if you guys ever noticed, but Merlin has more green eyes and his are more of a yellow color. He's got a little bit of white. Let's see. I'll show you. A little bit of white hairs on his belly. And he's got an undertone of brown in his black, just like Merlin too. And he's a little stinker, just like Merlin. He keeps trying to bite the, I have Hey Dude shoes, and he keeps biting that. Every time I come over, he chews on my little tag things there. My shoelaces. Don't you? You're a little stinker. Gave him a little bit of food. I give him a little bit of food when I come. Because my daughter's gone. She leaves for work around 7:40. Gets home about 6:30. So she's gone a while, so I give him a little bit of food when I come. I clipped his toenails for her. Gave him a couple treats. He's in kitty heaven. He has the old tower I had. This one was too small for my kitties. They didn't really get on it, so I gave her that. She bought a little, let me zoom in, TV cat bed. I think she got that at Walmart. He plays with this cushion because it has little dingly things on the side. So he likes that cushion. And then in this spare bedroom over here, she's got a little bit of stuff she's got to figure out where she's going to put still. He's got this whole little spare bedroom. That's his kitty room. He's got his kitty box. He has my old big cat tower. I think I shared that I got them a new one. She got that little thing over there. Couple beds, scratching post. So he has his own little room in here. And it's a good little room for if she has anyone. Like, her air conditioning went out this weekend, so she had to have someone over to fix her air conditioning. So she's got a room that she can throw him in if anyone's here, so he doesn't get out the door if she ever has work done here. So yeah, he's gonna be a spoiled kitty. So this is the home that my mother-in-law was in. If you remember, we moved her here in 2020. She was in a different place here in this park. And then we purchased this home for her when it went for sale. We were renting the other place. So this is where my mother-in-law lived. And when she passed, we were going to sell it. We had it up for sale for a little bit. And my daughter decided she would like to take over the payments on it. So my daughter moved in and she's made it her own style in here, and it looks really nice. So anyways, but yep, that's Lincoln. He's over here seeing if there's any food left around his dish over here. He got scared. I refreshed his water and the air conditioning. Let me turn on a light. The air conditioning turned on and he jumped up in the air and fell back down in his water. Got himself all wet. You thirsty? Are you thirsty from playing? Yeah? You're thirsty? Yes. You're a sweet little kitty. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. I think black kitties are the best, you guys. After having Merlin and now Lincoln, black kitties are the best. And from what I understand from the shelter, that black kitties are the hardest to adopt out too. So if you're ever thinking about getting a little kitty, black kitties are the best. They have the best personalities, at least Merlin and this one. They'll just let you pick them up, love on them, yeah, let you love on them. Merlin is like my lap kitty / dog. He sleeps on my lap more than the dogs do. Merlin's just Kitten's a great kitty too, don't get me wrong. But there's just something about these black kitties. I think if I ever got another kitty, it'd be another black kitty. So, anyways, just want to introduce Lincoln to you guys. Lincoln kitty. Come out here into the light, Lincoln. Oh, there's water all over. I'm going to have to clean that up. I moved over this one. I can see it in the light. Oh, I guess he doesn't want to. Oh, see that air turned on. He's like, what is that noise? All right, guys, just want to introduce you to Lincoln, so I need to get home now. Guess where we're off to again? Time to go to the vet and get another vaccination. I got Marley and Max with me. They got their new harnesses on. Got them at Kohl's. They were on clearance at Kohl's, and I really like them. I liked their other harnesses. They were made by Kong. Can't find them anymore, but they were just difficult to get on, and the dogs hated it slipping over err head. So I found these. They're by Blueberry Pet. I'll try to see if I can find them on Amazon. They don't have to go over their head. They're just, you just slip them over their front feet, connect them in the back. I just really like them, and the dogs liked them too. Oh my goodness, Max, you gotta sit down. I don't have them in a dog bed today because I'm running late. Well, I'm here on time, but I was running late getting them out the door. Didn't have time to grab the bed. Didn't put the seatbelt tethers on them. Thankfully, it's just a short drive down the road, and I know, anything can happen, but it is what it is. When you're running late, you just throw them in the car, and you go. Right, boys? And we made it here. Okay. We'll put the seatbelt tether on when we leave. All right, let's go in and get this done. We're back home now. Marley and Max did pretty good. They weren't walking very good on their leash to get them in the vet. I had to pretty much drag them in the vet. Somebody held the door open for me. Oh my goodness. From now on, no more appointments where I have to take 2 dogs, unless my husband is able to go with me. That is the only way. From now on, I can only do 1 dog at a time, even if that means I've got to go to the vet 2 times in the same day. That's what I've got to do because it's just too difficult. I see people bring in 2 big dogs together having issues, and I can't even imagine. And when I have little dogs, and they're a pain to try to get through that door at the vet. Oh my goodness. So, yeah, so they're done. Getting vaccines is done for them for the rest of the year. So they're good. Wanted to mention that Mozzie is doing good after stopping the other insulin we tried, the Degludec. I wanted to mention I did not like that Flex Touch pen. I don't know if maybe it's just the one I got. There's Magnum over there, and there's Merlin. Kitten's out on the couch out in the backyard, and Milo's probably on the back of the couch out there in the other room. Yeah, Kitten's outside. He's been wanting to be outside all day. I had to bring him in when I went to check on my daughter's kitty, and he was not a happy camper. That kitty likes these hot summer days, and he likes to be outside in that hot heat, and I always worry about him, but he's got fresh water out there all the time, so he's good, but he just hates when I bring him in. I don't want to leave him out there when I'm not home. So anyways, yeah, I don't know if that pen wasn't working correctly. I watched the video from the manufacturer on YouTube on how to prime it, how to inject it, how to twist the dial, put the needles on. I don't know. It was just, and then I was getting texts from Dr. Pearson asking, are you injecting it right? Are you getting it under the skin? Are you sure you're getting it all the way in? Yes, I am. I did everything correctly, but his numbers with using that pen, and I know we only used it for like a day, but his numbers were they were 750 or higher, because I was having to use the glucose meter because the sensor on him only, I think I mentioned, only reads to 400. So I knew it was high, and then my glucose meter was saying high as well. When it says that, that means their numbers are 750 or over. And I was freaking out. And with his numbers being so high, he was already not eating all of his food because he was probably feeling sick. I gave it 2 injections and I was over it. I was over it. And I know that's probably not the best thing to do when you're trying out a new one, but why am I going to make the poor dog suffer? Because she made it sound like this was more of a more potent insulin, that we should only have to give him a smaller amount, and that we basically should see, you know, his numbers being somewhat okay, not too high, and that wasn't the case. She had me give him a unit in the morning and then another unit later in the day. Then I was having to give him the short-acting insulin, the Novolin R, a couple times. I was poking him constantly, and then I was having to poke him constantly in the ear. It was just too much. It was too much for him, and it was too much for me. And I thought, why, like I said, why am I trying this new one when he's been doing fine on the other? And I know Dr. Pearson wants to make those peaks and valleys in his numbers a little bit not so drastic, I guess. I don't know how to explain it, but I understand she wanted to try this one out to see if we can get him a little more consistent, but maybe that's just the way Mozzie's numbers are going to be. Maybe we're not going to like keep them like in a kind of a little wave like this. Maybe they're just going to be a little bit more of a bigger wave. He's happy when he's on the Novolin R and the Novolin N. He's eating all his food. He's not throwing up. He's not drinking excessive amounts of water. He's not having to pee excessively. He's doing good. So why am I trying to change? That was the second one I tried. That's the second different insulin from the ones we've been using that I've tried, and it's just not been successful. So I'm not trying anything else. I've made up my mind. This is it. This is what it's going to be. So sometimes as a pet parent, you just got to make those decisions yourself. Now these are my decisions for my pet. I'm not saying that anybody else should follow what I'm doing, but I've been watching his numbers so intently on his sensor that I kind of know how his body's reacting. And I've even started halfway through each insulin dose. If I feel like he needs a half a unit or a unit of the short-acting insulin, I go ahead and give it to him. Because I know how his body's reacting, just because I've been watching it so intently. So, yeah, that's where we are with Mozzie. And I think that's where we're going to stay with Mozzie. So, but he's doing good since we got him back on his other insulins. And, yeah, he's doing really good. So, let me go see where Milo is. Let's go see where Milo is. Yep, there he is. There he is. He's watching the backyard. Yes. You keep an eye on the backyard, don't you, for everybody? You make sure nobody's getting in that yard, right? And if they do, you tell everybody about it. And tell everybody, let's get outside and chase that rodent. Oh, I don't think I've ever told you guys the bunnies are gone. They survived. They're gone. They're living their life. So we filled that hole in, and hopefully we have no more baby bunnies in our backyard. Let's just hope. All right, guys. I hope everybody's having a great week, and we'll talk to you guys again soon. Bye-bye.